Alright everyone, you got Frankenfoot here, consistently under the weather eternally. Perhaps I am dying. You guys can watch these videos and see my health slowly progress. Yeah. Or I'll recover and be fine. I got kind of a wild one here, a GoBoLaLoon that did not go according to plan whatsoever, but somehow pulled it out. So let's watch. There's a minion up here. There's nothing can hurt the air there, so I'm just dropping that guy and letting him start working through those high hit point buildings. You see golems coming down on either side with the wizards behind them. And the king should come down pretty soon after that jump spell, specifically placed to not let things in that compartment. So here's some bowlers come down, take care of the queen. And then the queen goes rogue eventually. Instead of following the bowlers and everyone in, she takes her own path. But the bowlers come in a rage spell with a king and a couple golems with them, so they're alright. And a hound of all things comes out of the clan castle, interestingly enough. And now, if you look and notice, there are no air defenses left in this building, and I haven't even started my LaLoon yet. So a momentary period of panic sets in, and then I finally decide, okay, well, I just got to drop it's basically a big fat floating golem now. And I had to stop and think about its pathing. But I drop it and it goes for a defense, and I drop balloons behind it, and I intended to drop more balloons and accidentally dropped wizards, and then the hound goes and floats over to the wizard that I dropped on accident, and yeah, and then he finally pops, and look how nice that minion had done. He helped a lot with this. Just one little minion. And then the hound finally pops, and there ain't nothing left that can take it out unless these hounds pop. And of course they're going to target the balloons. But thankfully I've got 2 poison spells in the bank, so I went ahead and dropped the first one. And I think that hounds do splash damage too. I'm not sure. Huh. Anyway, thankfully the poison spell takes it out. And somehow, yeah, things just happened. Alright, we're in cleanup. Let's drop some balloons on the edge. 2 unpopped hounds. Unpopped hounds are the name of the game here for me. I had my last raid, I did a queen walk and it failed. I got like a 97% 2-star because I had 3 unpopped hounds. 3 out of 3 hounds did not pop before the air defenses went down. And finally an air mine took one out and killed all the pups as soon as the hound blew up. So what the heck? Yeah, unpopped hounds. So what on earth was I thinking? And what on earth happened? I'm still not really sure, even though I've watched the replay. So, what do we want to do? We want to take out the queen. Thought about dropping a suicide king, but I thought that, well, maybe there's a more elegant way to do that. I don't have to waste my king. He can move in with the kill squad. Nervous about coming in on any of these jetties sticking out, because I have seen bowlers get distracted by buildings and go left and go right too many times. Don't like it when a big jetty's sticking out like that, so I'm coming in from sort of a side / corner. This isn't a corner, this isn't a side, it's something in between. So I want to come in on one of those. I would love to come in here. That would give me, well, the reasons not to do that, because you get the clan castle pull earlier than I would like, which turns out it was a hound, so who cares. That would have just changed things had I known that was going to be a hound, but we're fine. Too many high hit point buildings to come in over here. Queen is too far away from this side, but look how quickly he could have burned through all that. Again, high hit point buildings, and this would take me into the king and still be far away from the queen. For these GoBoLaLoons, I like to stay away from the king for the GoBoLaLoon portion. Can't always do that. This was an instance where I couldn't do that. So the big winner is coming in this side here. Now, I am not going to be able to get wall breakers to path the way that I want here. That's just a given. So I'm not even bringing any. And I'm adjusting my army composition to have more wizards and a minion. A minion just because I had 2 extra spaces, not really because a minion was a great tactical requirement for this particular base. But what are we going to do? I can't remember which one I dropped first because I kept going back and forth. I think I dropped this guy first, with this golem first, with 3 wizards behind him. And then I dropped a golem up here. I think I very specifically dropped him here, because I need him to path to this air defense, but I need him to be standing on this wall so he can tank for that archer tower, not air defense. So I believe what I did was I dropped one golem and I dropped 2 wizards outside of the range of anything, so they can work through this, and then they'll make their way to the queen. And then once I saw that he was shooting the golem, I dropped another wizard, and I think the king. And then a jump spell is going to go down here, but it's going to specifically go down on these walls right here, because I want everything to move in this direction. I don't want things to get distracted and to hop in this compartment. In hindsight, it might have been good if they did that, but anyway. Then as things move along, the kill squad should come in. They'll get the clan castle pull somewhere around here. So I've got 2 poison spells in the bank. These guys are using random clan castle compositions, but I was expecting something like dragons or Valks or something. I was not emotionally prepared for a hound. I don't like the hound. The hound is bad. It's bad. Well, I mean, it's if you know they're in there, you can deal with them. But if I get caught with them by surprise, they're often troublesome. But when they come in, they should knock out this AirD, and thanks to the jump spell, they should move through this compartment or down this compartment. Doesn't really matter because they have access to this AirD too. And then, hopefully, this air sweeper will go down. And what I was going to do is I was going to drop 1 hound in this direction on this air defense, a couple balloons behind it. The next one's in this direction, a couple balloons in that direction. Haste into that one, and then a small jump over. Drop the rest of the balloons, saving 2 in this direction. Haste over to that AirD, and both expos are ground, and life will be fine and wonderful. Somehow, and let's watch very carefully, my kill squad took out all the air defenses. Every single last one of them. And I'm still not sure how they did that. I know they were supposed to take out this one and this one. Somehow, it looks like the bowlers got this one on a skip from, like, somewhere over here on the map, it looks like. I don't even know. I think they're over here. They got the town hall, and they got the AirD on a skip. The bowler bounce math is tough. Bowler bounce math is tough. And I have no idea how they got that guy. So, and so after that happened, if your air defenses are gone, your hound is basically just a big, fat, floating golem. And I had to sit and think about the pathing for a minute because I kind of didn't know what to do at that point. All right, whatever. That was the plan at least. I gave you the plan, and it kind of went to pot pretty quick. Okay, let's just watch. So you'll see this minion comes down up here, and notice how much room he's got. He can start working on pretty much all of these buildings up here, and maybe even start working on these guys. Before life is hurt, before his life is over. So I thought that would be a good idea, just because time is always a factor, and it's 2 clan castle worth of space. You can start just cooking and killing the whole time. So there's that guy, and let's see which golem I went with first. I went with this guy. Yes, I was still undecided when I started the raid because I'm stupid. So I went with this guy. We're going to take out these buildings, trying to leave this cluster of buildings as a funnel to draw troops in. That was the goal. 1, 2, 3 wizards. Bring in a few extra wizards in this one, or an extra wizard in this one I normally do. So, golem went down. Is pathing the correct way. Time for the rest of the wizards to come out. So I go pew 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 pew, and I go ahead and drop the king before I drop. I dropped the jump spell first, but I dropped the king early, and his location. You can't see it here, but the location I'm dropping him was just in this corner, because he's already in that circle of influence of the queen, and as soon as the queen shoots the golem, he's going to redirect and take her out. Now, could have used the rage spell or the king's ability, but I decided to wait for it because I got the rest of the kill squad. So now everybody's happy. Bowlers go over the jump spell, rage kicks in, they're going to knock stuff out. For better or for worse, the queen decides to take a walk around the base. So I'm waiting for the bowlers to take some damage, and then I go ahead and drop the heal spell. I think once I saw the hound come out, just because they're going to start taking a pounding. Now, I saved the poison spells, because there's no sense in dropping a poison spell on a hound. Their attack is not stellar. And there is one wizard in there, unfortunately, taking her out. So we're going to have to watch this again to see how did that AirD... did the Brox hit this building, fly over the Tesla, and take out that AirD? We're watching this replay again, y'all. So when it was time for the LaLoon, I looked, and I'm so used to pathing hounds to air D, but then I had no air D. It really took me back. So at that point, you should just drop a hound with balloons behind him. I don't even know. Yeah. So I dropped the hound. He does suck up a he does suck up a seeking air mine. Okay, here comes the hound, here comes balloons. Tesla on the hound, that'll help him pop, right? Haste spell, why not? Well, I don't know what to do. Okay. Hounds clustered together, and you'll see the clan castle hound went up for this wizard. And finally he pops. And I've got 6 balloons left in the bank that I just don't even really know what to do with, but I'm holding on to them. And go ahead and drop them on that archer tower, and you see the poison comes down on those balloons. And boop, pups all go at once, and 3 balloons left in the bank, and okay, I guess there's no defenses left. Let's drop buildings on the perimeter, balloons on the perimeter, and start working on that, I guess. This was a weird one. I have haste spells, I have poison spells. I don't even know if I should swag it, because nothing went according to plan. Well, everything went according to plan, except the queen and the hound and the Airides gone. Let's watch. Let's just see how those Airides went down, because I'm still a little perplexed here. Alright. We're going to play this thing again. We'll fast forward. Bowlers down. Alright, let's see. They're coming in. They're throwing rocks. The queen's going down. They're coming. First air defense down, direct attack from the bowlers. And then they move into sort of the central compartment. Heal spell goes down. So, this one. Yes. They skipped the rocks over this X-bow to that air defense. Okay. That's bonus air defense number 1. Now, the king's going to go out and take this guy. So, let's see. They were attacking the town hall in a rage spell, maybe. It bounced over there. And is it striking this air defense? Yes, it is. Wow! If I had planned to do that, like if I had done that and not brought any hounds and only balloons, I would feel like the best Clash of Clans player in the history of mankind. But I didn't. That was completely accidental and led to panic. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. Let's watch the last air defense die, and goodbye.